Hey everyone, this is the evolution of Cookie Clicker Part 3. This time we're playing version 2.031 beta, which looks almost identical, actually looks exactly identical to the newest version. So we're going to see what's different. So first off, we got the info menu, which tells you all the updates that have been given to the game. You got the options menu, which gives you all sorts of options you can play with. You got the stats menu, which shows all your achievements, all your upgrades, and your general stats. And then you got legacy, which is basically your reincarnation, which we probably won't get to in this game. So let's go start off putting in the name, AI Gaming. There we go. What's in the name? That's the first achievement. Now let's start again. Get 15 to buy our first cursor, X out those achievements, X out this achievement. That's going to happen a lot. And now we're going to save up for 100. We're buying 2 cursors. Okay, bam. 100. Now we're getting 2 cookies per click. Now I'm going to save up for some grandmas. Grandmas get 1 cookie per second. Bam. Bam. Alright. So we keep buying grandmas. And maybe the occasional cursor here and there. So we're just going to save up for a bit more. Alright, more grandma. Making some dough. And now we can see the farm. It's worth 1,100 in this game, just the exact same price as in the newest version. Fantastic. 500. Just gonna keep on clicking and just save up for a farm. Bam. That's plus 8 cookies per second. Now, more cursors. Of course, more grandmas. Alright. And I keep on going. Gonna save up for another farm. Ow. This is starting to hurt my arm. You get way more cookies in this game. It's just that everything's a bit pricier, but it makes it more fun because you're getting more cookies faster. Grandma. Grandma, go. And another grandma. Just gonna keep on buying grandmas. So you gotta save it for a farm now. I want more cookies per second. There you go. It's a golden cookie. These things are amazing. You click it and then you'll get a random buff that can really help you for temporarily, but you gotta make sure it doesn't go away. You got Frenzy. Times 7 to every single multiple cookie production except for clicking. These are really good. You can see how fast we're getting cookies. And this is one of the this is not even one of the better ones. It's not the weakest though, that's for sure. You'll see what that is later on. So the strategy for this is when you buy all your upgrades. Because this is when you're making so many cookies that you just don't know what to do with them. But since upgrades are so expensive anyway, might as well. 834 cookies per second, but that's just the golden cookie timer saying that. So we'll see how much we're actually making. Alright. As you can see, we unlocked a cookie upgrade, which is which is cost $1 million to make, which is a lot, I know. We bought our first mine, we buy another one. We got this one that costs 9 mil, the Kid Helpers, and more farms, more grandmas, and more cursors. Let's keep buying cursors, because we're gonna get enough cookies so fast anyway. Gotta get these caught up somehow. There's a good upgrade. The 1,000 fingers. Instead of just doubling the cursors and your clicking, it gains plus 0.1 cookies for each non-cursor object owned, which is actually a really good buff. But these are even better. Clicking gains 1% of your CPS, so 1% of this number gets added to your clicks, which means you'll eventually be clicking for like a crazy amount. Fortunately, everything's so far away, so unless we get another golden cookie, it will probably not happen for a while. Either of those upgrades. Keep on buying farms, grandmas, and cursors. If I were to say what the worst building in this game would be, late game, it's gonna be farms. Farms is the worst one, by far. Like, you see the percentage that says, in the parentheses that says 48.5% of total CPS? Well, that's gonna end up being 0%. It's gonna be so low that it's gonna say 0% of CPS. Doesn't matter how many you have. It's just not a good building. Well, the CPS it gives isn't good, but something else that's not in this version is good. But you will see that next episode. Or probably not. We're probably not going to make it that far, but it's a good thing to keep an eye out for. Gonna keep on clicking this cookie. Got. Okay, now this. Once again, 15 of any building unlocks a new grandma upgrade. Now, grandmas are twice as effective, but you also get that +1 CPS per grandma that I was talking about last episode. If you watched it. Which I understand if you don't. These are 30-minute videos of just cookie clicker. And get it if you get bored. But remember, I gotta play through the 30 minutes. So this just shows you what it's like to be an average game cookie clicker. I could show off some achievements while we're at it that may be in this version. Okay, let's see. So on the info menu, scroll all the way down, click this. Olden Days, you get that achievement. Then in stats, click this cookie, you get tiny cookie. Then you scroll down, one of these, click it, you get an achievement. Yep. And then there's one for naming yourself after there's a shadow achievement, which are basically achievements that don't count for milk bonuses, but they appear down here. You can get this by just putting in his name, but I recommend changing it back because it will give you a permanent -1 CPS bonus. Debuff. I mean, it's not a bonus if it's a minus. So it's nice to get the achievement, otherwise just don't do it. And then you also get one for clicking this a bunch of times. The news. This is what I've been trying to do on everyone. Tabloid addiction. And then there's another one that I would show you, but afraid it might break the recording, so unfortunately I'm not going to do that. Basically, it's called Cookie Dunker. You exit out of full screen, and then you drag the screen down till the cookie and the milk overlap, and you'll get the achievement Cookie Dunker. Requires a certain amount of milk percentage to do it, though. Don't know the exact amount, but it takes a bit. Achievements are useful for milk bonus, which is just a CPS bonus. And those get even better with kitten helpers. Trust me, kitten helpers are kittens. The milk upgrades are one of the best upgrades in the game. That's what I gotta say. There we go. Alright, time to buy more mines. I think that's a good idea. Now, I will talk to you about how golden cookies work. This is information from the newest version, but hopefully it's the same here. Oh, speaking of the devil. Frenzy! Okay, so the way it works, there is an in-game timer, and after a bit, the percentage of getting a golden cookie goes up. And eventually, it's just 100% guarantee, but you could get lucky and get it earlier. The timer resets either after you click the golden cookie, or after its time limit of it disappearing goes away. I don't know which. It may also be when the golden cookie appears. That could also be a possibility. I'm not 100% sure. So, there are lots of different kinds of golden cookies. And I'm not going to talk about all of them because I want you to be surprised when they appear. But I will say, Frenzy, well, it's not the worst one, it's by far not the best one. got the achievement Cookie Monster. And we just got enough to buy our first factory. And now, 260 cookies per second. Now we're making 2,000 cookies per second. Nice. Buy more cursors. There we go. And builder achievement. Alright, buy more mines. Get more upgrades and cookies per second. Keep buying mines. And a few more cursors. Just to get this up to 50. Where you'll get the first achievement mouse wheel, and you'll get this. One of the best click upgrade. One of the best upgrades in the game. Or one of the best set of upgrades. These million fingers and beyond. Multiplies the gains from thousands fingers by 5. So you know that 0.1 bonus for every building? Yeah, it's gonna go up to 0.5. Which may not seem like a lot, but trust me, it adds up over time. The only problem is, ooh, we got some achievements. Speed Baking 1, Speed Baking 2, and Fledgling Bakery. You can multiply the gains from thousands of fingers by 5. It's cost 10 million to get, unfortunately. So that's not going to be attainable for a while. I keep buying some mines. Also, those speed baking achievements, those are shadow achievements. They are get to 1 million cookies baked in 35 minutes and get to 1 million cookies baked in 25 minutes. We did that in 17 minutes, 34 seconds. There's a third one of those, which is getting in 15 minutes. But to do that, you need to get a certain golden cookie. And trust me, it is pretty luck dependent. The way to redo it is just Legacy right now and just do the old reincarnate, and then it'll just start you off fresh, but without you starting all over. And then you just hope your golden cookie is good, and then you can just win. It's a whole strategy, but I could show you how to do it if you want. Look at all the cookies in the background, they're just falling like crazy. $45.8 per click. Get one more mine and we'll get a new grandma upgrade. There you go. Cost 600,000. Grandmas are twice efficient. And mines gains plus 1 CPS per 2 grandmas. So yeah, it's not just one grandma every time, it goes up for every building, so. But there's still good boosts. It's just a little balancing act because each building's better than the last. This is also a good set of upgrades, is these grandma upgrades. The grandma upgrades, the kitten, the milk upgrades, and these million fingers and beyond upgrades. Those are real good ones. And give like that gives the biggest boost in CPS by far. You can see this version is way faster than the other two previously, but it's also the most similar to the newest version, which makes sense since it's the beta. But so far, I have only seen one difference, and that is a whole mechanic in the newest version seems to either be erased or doesn't appear yet. But the problem is, to see it, we need to get to 1 billion cookies, so that's probably not gonna happen. So I won't tell you about that mechanic, it will be a surprise. Golden cookie! Click. That is the lucky cookie. I would say the third worst golden cookie you can get. Yeah, the third worst. How it works, the more cookies you have in bank, the more cookies it will give you. So it gave me 5,000, which isn't a lot. But luckily, since it's based on how many cookies you have in the bank, if you wait longer, like till the cookie almost disappears and click it, you'll get more cookies out of it, which is fun. Click-a-thon. Alright. Then, the other two worst ones, I'll tell you. So, the second worst is the cookie chain. Just because it's too... One, it's rare to get in the first place. In fact, it's like the second rarest one in the game. Or third, one of the two. And basically how it works, you get a cookie, they'll give you 7, click a golden cookie, it'll give you 7. Then it'll say cookie chain. Then another golden cookie will appear, give you 77. Then it'll give you another golden cookie which says 777. Now, the chain can break. And that's when the golden cookie chain will end. So how it works, what determines how it breaks? So first off, there's a 1% chance that it'll always break, no matter what. So there's always the chance it's going to break. The other way it's going to break is depending on this. If it surpasses half the amount of cookies you have in your bank, or 30 minutes of your cookies per second. Whichever one is less, that's when it will cap out at. Which means you'll get not even as many cookies as you would from a lucky cookie. And it's just requiring even more clicking cookies. And you can miss one, which could also break the chain. And then, the worst one in the game is the rarest one, with like a 0.000 something chance. You click it, it gives you splash text, and that's it. Nothing else. You just get a funny message. So yes, the rarest one in the game is also the worst one in the game. Pretty funny, huh? I honestly think it is. It's great. Using the RNG mechanic against you. And in a funny way, instead of an annoying, grindy way. Alright. Milk is getting higher and higher up. How many achievements? We got 24. So we get one more, then something interesting should happen. Luckily, all that's going to require is getting 2 grandmas, which is what I was planning to do anyway. Bam! Sloppy kisses, and the milk has become chocolate milk. Every 25 achievements you get, you will unlock a new milk. So you start off with plain milk, and now you have chocolate milk. Now, you can't switch back to another milk unless you buy the upgrade in Legacy to do that, which is honestly a pretty useless upgrade. I don't know why you would get it. This is the pace I really like. I'm just enjoying myself playing this now, instead of just... Because this game better employs my strategy. instead of just saving up for the cheapest. Instead of just the previous two games where I was just buying the cheapest thing to get tiny upgrades, or waiting forever to buy the bigger upgrades that are only like slightly bigger. This is my pace where I can just buy whatever I want and know I'll get a decent enough boost. Like some things may boost things better than others, but I don't feel like I need to grind out for them, at least for now. At some points the game gets slow. I know because I've been playing this like the entirety of this year. Well, the newest version. Not on this computer, but on a different one. So don't worry about me erasing my save. I don't have one on this computer. Alright, that's over 100 minutes, so now I'm going to save up for factories. We've got a lot of upgrades we can get, but we can't afford none of them. Alright. Now, this is the bank I was talking about. Banks come after factories in this game, and mines come before factories in this game, and they are just as expensive as I told you. More factories. Which only gives 200 CPS. Alright. Any other good upgrades I should tell you about? These cookie upgrades, they are most of the time bad. They're either like a 1% boost or a 2% boost, which barely does anything. Like sometimes there'll be the occasional like 10% boost and 5% boost. That's mainly after legacying the first time. But keep an eye out for those are kinda good. But most of the time, any other upgrade is better than the cookie upgrades, and they're usually like very expensive, so. If there's one thing that they change is those. Okay. Gonna keep on clicking. This is the part of the game where it's a bit slow. Trust me, it'll get faster. Oh, speak of the devil again. It's a golden cookie. Frenzy! Now how I usually do frenzies, I always buy the cheapest upgrade first. Unless there's something I'm specifically saving up for, I always buy the cheapest one first, and since those are the same price, I just chose the better of the two. At least I think that was the better of the two. I don't have time to do math, this thing's on the time limit. Mass producer, there we go. And now we're about to get our first cookie upgrade called the Blank Cookie. Bam. See, that did 1,000, and this is cookie buff bonus, so you know it did even less than it looks like. Alright. And save up for even more. We surpassed 1,000,000 cookies. Gonna spend it on you. There we go. This is perfect. This golden cookie is basically timing out the video. Now, let's go buy a few more things. Bam. Okay. 30 minutes has not been achieved. And stop. 30 minutes has been achieved. Making 14,078 cookies per second. We have made a total of 9,780,000 cookies. So, and that concludes part 3 of Cookie Clicker. Now we're going to go on part 4, where we'll do the one I play all the time, and the one that is closest to this one. See you all then.